Hey, what's up, people? I didn't know you was there, man. What's going on, family? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you guys can make it. This is Brutally Honest with your man, Tim Black. Now, I'm on time, so let me give folks a little bit of time to get here. All right? How you doing on this pre-4th of July, man? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? All right. This is T. And we got some playback going here. Hold tight. Let me get that out of here. Get rid of this. No. Go over here. Let me get rid of this. Bam. Out of there. There we go. Back. You know, it's hot. I'm in my garage, guys. I don't know if you know. I'm in my garage. And AC needs to be in this garage. Okay. Okay. Y'all, are y'all coming in yet? Are they coming in yet? Are they coming in yet? Are they ready? All right. This show is brought to you by Tim's Take Live, TTL Media, Tim Black, me, your host. Is brought to you, also sponsored by The Truth Hurts, But It Beats a Lie, a book of mine that I wrote, available for you on Kindle, using Kindle at Amazon. So go to Amazon.com, look up The Truth Hurts, But It Beats a Lie. It covers beats a lie, beats a lie, beats a lie. It beats a lie, man. You know, we gotta relax, man, because it's coming all funky. All right. Sounded a little bit news reporty. They're not like a radio guy. I did the Michael Baisden. At least Michael Baisden is the actual radio personality. All right. This show is brought to you by me, Tim Black, and sponsored to you by The Truth Hurts, But It Beats a Lie, which is available on Amazon. That's my book, a relationship book. It tells you the ins and outs. It's $2. Go get it on Amazon. Support the channel. Also brought to you by Patreon.Tim's Take Live. That's this channel. If you support this channel, it will continue to grow. And you know what? I want to say hello. What's up? Speaking of growth, to all my new subscribers. I don't have an applause button yet, but we're going to get there, ladies and gentlemen. You feel me? Because we're doing pretty good, man. Some of you guys, some of my veterans, right? My veterans been here for a minute, so you know. One thing cool about being in on the ground floor is you get to watch it grow yourself, you know? So I want to appreciate you guys. Say thank you to everybody supporting this channel. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you've been here a while. All right, just before I get started, man, let me give you guys a little bit of inspiration, man. As most of you know who've been following me for a while, I used to smoke. It's been about 16 months since I smoked cigarettes, right? I quit. Now, this is a struggle I've been going through most of my adult life. Crazily enough, I didn't start smoking until I was 25. All right, I had a roommate, best friend of mine. He smoked. That's how I started smoking. He moved in. He smoked. I'm thinking, I never smoke. It stinks. Next thing I know, I was smoking. Funny how that happens. But anyway, you know, I've quit for a year here, year there. You know, I've been on them as much as I've been off them. Well, anyway, I fell off the wagon last week. And let me just tell you something, guys, because I thought I tricked myself. I thought that I could just have a few or have one and that'd be good. No, I'm a smoker. I can't have just one. My big brother, CJ can smoke one cigarette. We hang out and smoke and say, hey, Tim, can I have a cigarette? I would give him one. This was back when I used to smoke. And he would never ask again. He never buys his own pack. And when he's around me, maybe he'd smoke one cigarette. I can never be like CJ. So know thyself. All right? So I went 16 months, no cigarettes. I have a cigarette one day, a cigarette the next day. I wait 4 days, don't have any more. Then I get one, and I get another one. Next thing I know, I'm back on it. I'm buying a pack. I said, all right, that's enough. That's enough. So it's been 6 days. I'm back on the wagon. No more smoking, man. It just doesn't work for me. It's a tough thing, man. But let me just tell you, the inspiration is this. Know yourself. I'm not CJ. My brother CJ, he don't smoke. He'll never be a smoker. Me, different story. It's not that I'm weak. It's just something in my body, my metabolism or something, right? Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know, but it doesn't work for me, right? So if you are trying to kick something, I don't care what it is. It could be cigarettes. It could be alcohol. With me, alcohol and cigarettes went hand in hand. I don't drink alcohol anymore either, all right? I had to quit them all. I'm getting older. I got to quit them all. I'm over 40 now. You watched this movie called 40? All right, it's a movie called 40. When you get 40, you got to quit everything unless you want to leave here soon. All right? Get 40, quit it all. I quit it all. Don't play around with your addictions. That's all the preaching I'm going to do to you about that. This is just iced tea with artificial sweetener, which is bad too. Everything's bad for you. But cigarettes, come on, guys. Come on. If you're going to smoke something, let it be weed. Don't let it be cigarettes. I know everybody like, yeah, that's what's up, Tim Black. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, man, if you got to choose, right? All right, because I know cigarettes are horrible, man, horrible for you. Okay, one other order of business before we get into the show tonight. That's pretty cool and also pretty sad. See, I was building momentum with my show, right? Real momentum. People were coming in through. And then I got a copyright strike last week. Oh, it hit me for a loop, man. I was fighting it. And it was from a show that I appeared on, a show that I went on TV for, right? I went on TV. These folks gave me a copyright strike for posting their content of the show I was in. But they did release it. They released it. The video has been deleted, and they were kind enough to release it. They didn't have to release it. So though I'm bitter, I'm happy. Get it? Though I'm bitter, I'm happy. Though I'm happy, I'm bitter. I'm bitter happy. You know, like some of you guys are. You know, some of you ladies, y'all bitter happy. You know, you're happy you got them, but you're kind of bitter that you cheated on your ass. You know what I mean? You're like, I mean, I'm glad I got my family, but I don't like what you did to me. You shouldn't have treated me like that. You're bitter, but you're happy. You know, happy, but you're bitter. You know, you got your car back after getting repossessed, but you're bitter that, you know, that they came and took it to begin with. You know what I mean? It's like, you're bitter, but you're happy. I'm bitter, happy. Happy, bitter. You know? Let this dog hate cleaning up after. I'm bitter, but I'm happy. I'm bitter because he done took a shit on my rug. How you gonna shit on my rug like that? You my dog. I love you. I feed you. But I'm happy because you're always happy when you see me. You're bitter, but you happy. So anyway, that's why I didn't have a show last week. This show, I'm going to keep doing this show. I don't care what happens, but copyright strike means I couldn't do a live show. So thank you to those folks whose name I will never, ever mention again in life, who has turned out to be, I don't even want to go down that road. Anyway, thank you. I'm bitter, but I'm happy. All right. I've done a couple videos on this subject, and I wanted so badly to talk about it last week, but this week we have even more fuel for the fire. It's that damn Confederate flag. And folks, I'm feeling a certain kind of way about this Confederate flag controversy that we're all going through, or that's going through America, because most of you are like me. You're not going through any conflict. Let me tell you something, guys. The media wants us to be totally outraged about the Confederate flag. And I'm outraged about the people who have done these negative things, that they're using this as a symbol. That outrages me. And that's not a fake outrage. I'm outraged that they would use this symbol. But to be perfectly honest with you, when I was coming up and when I would see the Dukes of Hazzard, I didn't think racism. Sorry. I know you said, well, you were young, Tim, you didn't know, right? You're right, I didn't know. I did not think racism when I saw the show. I didn't think racism when I saw the General Lee. I didn't think, but just because I didn't think it doesn't mean it didn't exist. It doesn't mean they weren't feeding into it. It doesn't mean other people weren't in on the joke. I was just aloof. I hadn't figured it out yet. Now, this is the thing, man. If we remove the flag, do we remove the hate? Or do we create more hate? Now, I'm not on that whole turn the cheek and we're supposed to all just sing kumbaya all the time. No, we can disagree on this. It's fine to disagree, right? And if people are disagreeable, okay, we disagree and we're disagreeable, fine. We don't have to get along with everything. Doesn't mean we got to try to kill each other. But I got to ask the question. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been on my mind. It's been on my heart, really. You know? People are telling you you're supposed to be outraged about this flag. Some of you are, some of you aren't. And really search your soul and find out if you are upset that they're trying to take the flag out of your life in the public sphere. Because you can have that flag in your house. Can nobody come in your house and take your flag? Get it? And I don't know why some people are acting as if they're trying to take flags out of your home. No one's trying to take the flag out of your home. You can have whatever you want in your home. Some of you are in your home. I wouldn't let you in my home. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, not y'all cool, but you know the people I'm talking about. And some people, you wouldn't want them to come over your house. They're just crazy, So we're not trying to control what you put in your home. We're talking about what you put in the state capitol. Now, another thing that people aren't really talking about is that the flag used to be like at the courthouse or something. I'm sorry. It used to be one place. And then they had to petition to get it moved. So it's not like South Carolinians or South Carolinians were so happy with the flag and all these outsiders come messing around. No, they tried to move the flag, and it was a consolation to move it where they moved it, right? I keep hearing about all these polls telling me that there's a certain group of black folks that like the flag and a certain group of white folks that like the flag. Here's my thing, guys. Slavery is slavery is a bad memory, right? Right? Can we agree on that? Look, hopefully anybody watching my channel, watching Tim Black, is not a complete, fully flamed out racist, right? I hope not, right? Because that would be like, that don't make sense. but some people will probably do it. It's crazy though, right? But let's just say we want to move on beyond slavery. We want to move into a post-racial society for real, for real. Shouldn't we kind of get rid of the elements of slavery? And this is what I was thinking, guys. I know I'm gonna catch some heat for it. But if white folks can give up the Confederate flag, can black people give up the word nigga? I'm just saying. Now, if you're under 18 years old or whatever, you're a child, you're not an adult. I'm sorry I gotta use that language, but I gotta use the language. I know some of my new subscribers, are young, right? So I want to let you know Tim Black rolls like this. So you need to talk to your parents, let them see, what you're watching on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But I got to keep it real. I'm going to ask again. If white folks can give up the Confederate flag, can we give up the word nigga? Or are we going to come up with an excuse about why we should keep that shit? I'm just saying, if we want to give up all remnants of slavery, right? And we're saying that's what we don't like, right? Then can we give up that word? Now you're going to say, well, that word's been transformed. We don't use that word for that purpose. When I say nigga, my nigga, all people use it, right? I heard some Latino dudes using it to each other. And they were just as comfortable and calm and relaxed. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about anybody black that I could see. That's how they talk. So don't get me wrong. I think the horse is out the barn. I do. But what I'm saying is, would that be an even trade? These things just go through my mind, man. I start trouble. I know I'm starting trouble. I know I'm bad. I'm a trouble starter. I'm inciting the riot. Or am I inciting some logic? For real, guys. I was thinking about that because I'm looking at it like, it's easy to tell other people what they need to give up. That's all I'm saying. There's got to be a lot of people who have that flag who do not think in that way. They don't think about it in terms of they're not Klan members, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to tell you something else, man. I did a video about this, but some of y'all may not have saw it. YouTube doesn't always send all my stuff out, all my alerts. The way to do that, the way to combat that is to unsubscribe and resubscribe. That'll move me up to the top of your results. I've got my youngest brother lives in Richmond, Virginia. He says they're black and white people with Confederate flags on their cars. So obviously, I don't think the black people in Richmond who have the Confederate flag on the bumper stickers on the back, are doing it because they're representing white supremacy or whatever the hell, right? So are they just ignorant or they just have a different color reference than us? Come on now. Are we being overhanded with this thing? Are we being a little bit, and I say we, I don't mean you and me, I mean collectively. Because you and I, you may be like me, I don't care. I do not like the hate that brought forth from Dylan Roof. I do not like that, of course not. I do not like the hate of churches burning, but I do see, guys, and look, I try to tell you as straight as possible. I do see some hypocrisy in our media coverage. All right? I do see some hypocrisy in our media coverage. I do. I got to tell you. And part of the problem is they're trying to rile people up, man. I'm sorry, they're trying to rile up. They're trying to get ratings, and they don't care what expense. But they know if they mess with the color, they mess with race, they're going to get people pissed off. They're doing it with gays, too. That's what we also want to talk about that. Gays, marriage. But I'm just saying, guys. I mean, and my point is this. There are a lot of people in the United States, and all of us think differently. A lot of us think differently. Regionally, people think differently. Okay? It's just the fact of nature. It's just the fact of life that people see life differently based on the environment, based on the way they were raised. I can't say that I totally understand how Southern black folks feel, or Southern white folks, or Southern folks in general. I visited the South a couple of times. I never lived in the South. I never lived I never lived in LA, the far East Coast. Well, West Coast, I'm sorry. I never lived out West. I never lived in the Midwest. I only know my area, to be honest with you. I mean, just because you visit a place, does that mean you truly understand that place and the culture that surrounds that place? You know what I'm saying? So, and I got to say it, man. I think this is a lot to do about nothing. Because even if you make a person, or even if you take down the flag in South Carolina, do you take down the racist attitudes? And I know we want to take down the flag because it represents this thing to certain ones of us. It can't be that way for all of us, right? Not all, when I say us, I mean collectively United States of America. Every American. I'm saying, man, I'm having a problem. And And it's not that I want to flip-flop on the issue. I do believe that we should take the flag out of public space, out of the Capitol, because it affects some people, all right, negatively. I wouldn't like seeing that every day. I would not like even having the feeling that some people may be looking at that as a symbol of pride that they enslaved my ancestors. You understand? That's how some people see it. Now, just knowing that some people feel that way, wouldn't that make you want to take it down from the public space and say, you know what, do what you want to do in your own home, put it on your car if you want to, wear a belt buckle, wear a t-shirt, do whatever you want to do. I'm not trying to control your life. I'm not trying to tell you what groups you can belong to. I'm not trying to tell you what you can do as far as what's on the mantle, what's in the wall, whatever space in your own life, personal property. But what I'm saying is, if you know that other people are feeling a certain kind of way, by seeing that, by thinking the way they think that you think, or think an assumption that people have, or whatever, whether it be right, wrong, or indifferent, what's wrong with moving it out of public space? Why not celebrate your ancestors or your history in your damn home? All I'm saying. Why not? I'm sure some people are going to disagree with me. That's how I see it. Now, let's move on to Dukes of Hazzard. This pissed me off, man. I alluded to it earlier. I never had a problem with the Dukes of Hazzard, never paid attention to the flag, never paid attention to the General Lee, even though I know what General Lee was a general in the Confederate Army. But I never thought about it that way. I just didn't. Now, I know I'm supposed to, but by the time I was able to understand that, I was old enough not to watch that shit, frankly. Frankly speaking, I didn't watch it anymore. So, but the thing that's pissed me off about the whole Dukes of Hazzard thing is this. People are getting blamed for the Dukes of Hazzard going off TV land when, in fact, TV land took it off itself. I wish I had some theme music to play right there. You understand? Let me say that again, man. People are upset about the Dukes of Hazzard going off air as if somebody made them take the show off when all they did was take it out of eBay and out of Amazon. That's all that happened, or Walmart. Now, TV Land got pissed for whatever reason they removed the show, but they were not forced to remove the show. People did not threaten to boycott them. None of that. They removed it on their own volition. They removed it on their own. They were not forced to remove it. Let me say that again, man. TV Land removed the show themselves. I did not make them remove the show. Nobody made them remove the show. They chose to remove the show. My theory behind it is they were pissed off that they had to take their merchandise out, that they were going to lose money on merchandising deals. I don't know who gets that merchandising money, right? I don't know. Does TV Land get a slice of that pie? And that's a retaliatory measure, right? Because of eBay pulling it, because Amazon pulled it, because Walmart pulled it. I did a video about the guy who was pissed off because he couldn't get a cake with the Confederate flag on it. And then he was able to get a cake with the ISIS flag on it. So we need a little consistency there. I can see why somebody would be pissed off about that. The only thing is this. What do you think has been used in more atrocities in the United States? The ISIS flag or the Confederate flag? And if you know the answer to that, then maybe you understand why some people want to be moved. If you don't know the answer to that, you're probably wondering what the hell is Tim Black talking about? Why you keep talking about this crap? That's right. I agree with the guy though. If you're gonna sanction one, see, now we're getting into really censoring, right? We're really getting into censorship type issues. But as a private company can decide to make or not make whatever they like. You can't sue it. You can't get pissed off at a company for not making something you want. It's because they don't want to make it no more. They're under no obligation to make whatever you want. You know what? I want an Amber Rose butt cheek cake. And they say, I'm not making Amber Rose butt cheek cakes. I can't be like, well, you know what? You're discriminating. Because you would make me a Dolly Parton breast cake. They'd be like, who is Dolly Parton? She old as hell. A Nicki Minaj breast cake. Katy Perry breast cake, right? So you make me a Katy Perry butt cheek cake, but you won't make me an Amber Rose butt cheek cake. I'm pissed. That's it. Discrimination. It's racial. Y'all feel me? I know y'all feel me. But you can't do that because a company can make what they want to make and not make what they don't want to make or whatever. And you really have no recourse. Do I think it's screwed up that they made you an ISIS cake, sir? Yes. Did you eat that ISIS cake because it looked good? Look, chocolate. Did you eat that ISIS cake? I know you ate that ISIS cake, didn't you? Mr. Vent Hammer, something Hammer. Bet you ate that ISIS cake. Yeah. Good ISIS cake. I didn't know racism was so good, or bigotry. Infidel cake, whatever. Walmart said they didn't know. The guy who made the cake was like, I don't even know what this is. I thought they said put icing on the cake. I didn't know it was the ISIS cake. He said make a cake like the picture. I don't know nothing about no damn ISIS. I don't know why I made him talk like that. probably talk just like me, but I'm being stereotypical when I do that. In other words, funny. And look, our stereotypes are funny. They're not true. They're funny. They're funny and true. There's a little bit of truth in them. There's a little bit of truth in them. That's what makes them funny. All right, so that's the thing, man. The Dukes of Hazzard. Look, what's her name? Daisy Duke. Daisy Duke was the first thought. She was the first thought on TV. You know? Y'all know that hoe over there? That's what Daisy Duke was. They named shorts after her that rolled all up, you know? So she's an iconic symbol in the history of television, you know? And I respect that. But has it seen this day? Personally, if I don't like a show, I just won't watch it. I won't boycott it. I won't complain. I just won't watch it. I don't like the idea of us telling people what they should watch and not watch. So I wish TV Land would have left the show alone and given us an opportunity to decide to watch or not to watch. That's what I think. Maybe TV Land was afraid of backlash coming that didn't start coming yet. I don't know. It's possible, right? It's possible. But as I think more and more about it, guys, and we talked about it, I don't know if getting rid of a symbol of hate actually gets rid of hate. Or is it just transfer the hate to another symbol? Just transfer the hate to another symbol. Now we're gonna make the symbol, the hate's gonna jump over here to my microphone. Now the hate's in my mic. I took the hate came out of my cup, and now we move the hate over here to the mic. Now it's on the mic. Now it's a mic full of hate. Is that what's going on, people? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if we get rid of it that way. I don't know if we get rid of it all. You know what? I don't know if we even try, you know, because it's such a personal thing to make people stop hating. And I don't mean that hate where somebody goes, I like your channel, I don't like your channel, and I don't even call that hate. You know, that's petty stuff. But I'm talking about where people hate each other for real reasons that are truly based on race or religion or ethnicity or gender or sexuality, stuff like that. Class. Some people hate because of class, which I think is really a big problem, which we need to talk about more often in the United States. Class. To me, that's really the big deal. I mean, there's color, there's religion, there's race, but there is class. I mean, and for you people who not follow me on this, man, when you see poor people, like homeless people, how we treat them? Treat them pretty bad. I think rich people have something in common, they're rich, and poor people have something in common, they're poor, and they're used to being treated badly. When they go deal with the public, the government for stuff, when they're out in the streets, whatever they are, you had a light. We had a light. I know one thing. If I'm driving, if I'm driving a hoopty and you driving a Benz, and I'm asking you to roll down your window, where the light, I don't think you're gonna roll down that window. But if I'm driving a Benz and you driving the Benz, I ask you to roll down that window, you'll probably roll down that window. Like, what do you got to talk about? He looks like he's of my caliber. Is it all race, or is it, I think class is right up there. It's like class is whatever, and around in the corner. Class wins by nose. Class wins. All right. So I think I beat the dead horse on this too much. I do not think we should get rid of the flag. We shouldn't even touch people's personal property. I want it out of the Capitol, though, just because I wouldn't want to look at it every day. You should respect the fact that I don't want to look at it every day. I'm not saying you can't look at it if you want. You want to look at it, go in your bathroom and look at it. Look at it in your house. Look at it on your front lawn if you want. But don't expect me to have to look at it every day. I don't want to look at it every day. But that being said, keep it on TV. Moving on to gay marriage. Bam. Gay marriage, man. I wanted to talk about this, man. I didn't want it to seem, a couple people, man. I realized I'm not going to be for everybody, man. Everybody's not going to be happy with me. Some people are going to say, no matter what I do, they're going to say they're going to say that I'm selling out or I'm doing something to please other people. Look, man, I really don't care who you marry. I'm not the type of person who holds a grudge against other people who they choose to be with, or what their sexuality is, or what their gender is. Tell me what to call you, and I'll call you that. It's fine with me. Why do people make a big deal out of something like that? I don't get it. Don't we have other things to worry about? We do. We have other things to worry about. And I keep saying, hey, we should get to worrying about those things. We should get to worrying about our food. We should start worrying about our safety. We start worrying about our police activity. We start worrying about our education. Start worrying about our kids. This vaccination thing, I keep hearing about that. I don't have time to look at everything, but I keep hearing about these vaccinations. I keep hearing about kids being born with disorders that weren't present 20, 30, 40 years ago, and they're linking it to vaccinations. We got all these issues is what I'm saying. All these issues. Why are we worried about who people marry? And I understand you may not be for it, but I don't, there are some dingbats out there who said we were having floods because we legalized gay marriage. Oh, they said we had a flood. The flood came down because we legalized gay marriage. Some idiots said they're going to move to Canada to get away from gay marriage. They didn't realize Canada legalized gay marriage 10 years ago. You dummy. Read. I don't have a problem with it. It's not because I'm selling out. It's not because I have a whole bunch of gay people that's in my subscriber base. It's because I really don't feel like I want to fight against it. I really don't. And I was raised in a religion. I left that religion when I got old enough to, but I was raised in it. I know the Bible. I was raised Christian. All right. I just do not believe that it's my business. I do not believe. I don't believe in hell. I'm gonna be frankly, I don't believe in hell. So I was, religion I was in didn't believe in hell either, but I don't believe in hell, period. Even though I left that religion, I don't believe people gonna burn in hell. I don't believe in that. Oral Roberts shit. And the Lord says that the world's going, I don't believe that, okay? I don't. I'm sorry. And even if I did, that's up to those people though, isn't it? It ain't up to you to tell those people how to live. If people want to walk into a pit of fire, wouldn't that be up to them? Now, just so happens they don't believe that there's a pit of fire either. So they don't, that's what they believe. But the point is, let them marry who they want to marry. I had the same attitude about Caitlyn Jenner. I'm like, Caitlyn Jenner, why people, I think some people just want to get noticed. I think some people just want to make a spectacle. Man, who really cares about Bruce Jenner becoming Caitlyn Jenner? I mean, who does it really affect? I mean, I know if you're not bisexual, if you're transgender or whatever, right? It may affect you in that way as far as a rapport with him, feeling like he's speaking up for you. But I mean, personal life, who does it affect? If you think this man is whatever you think this man is, that man got to live with that, and him and his family, right? Not you. So why would we be upset about it? And for me to say that doesn't mean I'm pandering to an audience. That is how I really, truly believe. I just believe that if that's what this man wants to do, now a woman wants to do, this woman wants to do, fine. I do not believe they're a champion for me. Hero would be someone who runs into a building and saves a child. A hero to me is not a person who decides they want to change their gender. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to that. But if you feel that person's a hero because you look at it more personally, then who am I to tell you what your heroes are or what you can believe in? See, I'm a real live and let live type of guy. See, that's just how I am. It's not a sneaky thing to do. It's not like, hey, I'm gonna be this way, so people look at it this way, and people will be fine with me, and people will like me. That's not got nothing to do with it. I piss people off every other video. If you're new to my channel, you'll learn that sometimes you'll be happy with me, and sometimes you won't be. You probably unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then unsubscribe, and then resubscribe, and then unsubscribe. Enough times, because one day you'll be happy with me. And then one day you won't be happy with me. And it's not like I do that on purpose. It's just that I think I'm too true to my beliefs. And my beliefs are, like most people, they're not on one side of the aisle. There's not just one way to see things. And I don't just say, okay, this is what I believe, and I got to stick with this side, this team. I'm not on a certain team. So if a man, look, I used to be against guns. I still am against guns when people use them improperly. Right? I am still against guns when used improperly. Who wouldn't be, right? I'm against the guy who would take a gun and shoot a kid. I'm against the guy who would take a gun and shoot innocent people. I'm against the guns in that way. I'm not against the gun when a good guy uses a gun to protect his family, or a good woman uses a gun to protect herself from a rapist. I'm not against that. Who would be? You understand? But when they're making us choose these sides, sometimes they like totally cancel out everything on this side and everything on this side. It's like they cancel out everything because you can't have a gray area in their minds, and I think you can. Compromise is the way to go, but it's like we can't get any compromise. We should change the drug laws, switch the drug laws and the gun laws up. Look, get rid of the drug laws and give all those penalties to the guns, to the drugs. Yeah. Put it this way: instead of sentencing people for their life forever, for a little bit of weed, how about we do that with people who shoot people? You could do more time killing. You could do more time selling weed than you can for killing someone. You know that? Let me repeat that, man, because I know if you're young, you may not have heard that before. You can do more time for selling a little bit of weed than actually killing someone in some states. You don't think we need to change that? Maybe. Maybe we should do something about that. So yeah. And that's why I say I can't be on just one team. I can't be. Because the truth sometimes is in the middle, sometimes it's on the left, sometimes it's on the right for what I believe the truth to be. And whenever I look at some of these people in our media and they're always on the same side, I'm like, you know, that you're not being real because it's impossible. It's impossible. I've seen people that I admire, right? And I'm not going to name names, be on one side of an issue. Rachel Dolezal was a good example. I saw people be on one side of Rachel Dolezal and then later saw him switch totally. It's like, wow, that was something. No one called him on it. It's like, wow, no one even called them out on that. You thought it was wrong that she lied like that to all those constituents, all those people about something very personal. And then all of a sudden you didn't care anymore. I'm like, what happened? How you all of a sudden don't care no more? What happened? See, there's always these little, the bigger you get, I think there's these people that are going to come to you, be like, hey, Tim, come here, Tim. Like, let me talk to you, man. Look, we would like to put you on the team. We'd like to help you out. We'd like to give you a vehicle. We'd like to give you assistance. We would like to help you grow. But I'm not telling you to change your message. It's just that maybe you can not say that shit you just said last week. Because that right there, that's not working for us. Okay? All right. I think that's what happens. And if it's not said straight out, it's unspoken. You understand? It's unspoken. It's like, you keep doing that, you're going to be in trouble with us. You're going to be able to come to our parties. You're not going to be able to come to our parties. So I think it's an issue. So gay marriage, I'm happy. I'm happy for you. I lose nothing by you getting married. I gain nothing, I lose nothing. But if it makes you happy, hey, welcome to divorce. Cool. You what now when people start taking people's stuff, it's gonna be hard for judges to decide who gets to get parented to in this case, because it's gonna be two guys or two women or whatever. But hey, man, if you want it, come get it. You should be able to be, like they say, and I don't know who said it, I don't want to bite, but gay people should be able to be just as miserable as straight people. Damn it, I agree with that. I don't got a problem with it. Hey, one other thing I want to touch on, guys. Kendrick Lamar. You know, Geraldo Rivera, I did a video on this. You may have missed it. When I put this up later, I'm going to put links and stuff in it. So you can go to videos or topics I'm talking about. But Kendrick Lamar is probably one of the more conscious rappers in the scene, you know? There's a lot of bullshit rap out there, right? Rap that is just crazy. And I don't mean stuff like, I'm not talking about the genre of rap. I'm talking about the stuff they rap about. You know? I know I'm an older guy, I'm 40. So, you know, I grew up a certain way on rap and stuff, you know? I'm always going to love hip hop. I have no, you know, the music that you grew up with, and I know it was Chris Rock who said this, whatever music you were listening to when you got your first girl or whatever, fell in love for the first time, that's going to be your music forever. It's going to be a special place in your heart. For me, that was hip hop. Ding, ding. When I'm alone in my room, I sometimes I sit and stare at the walls. In the back of my mind, I hear a motion call. So something. That was LL Cool J. I'm sorry. This one on a little thing. LL was, you know, they even try to make slow hip hop. They don't do that anymore. That don't work. you never sell slow hip hop again. You know, when I say slow, I mean like love song slow. Horrible instrumentation. Instruments have come a long ways. I got to give you that. Back in the day, hip hop used to be doom, dak, doom, doom, dak, doom, dak, doom. That was a hip hop beat. Doom, chicka, chicka, doom, dak, doom. That was it. All this stuff you got now, all this, no. We have all that. Nowadays, hip hop got as many instruments or as many synthesized sounds as other genres. Hip hop didn't used to be that way. Google it. Anyway, the point is this. Kendrick Lamar is one of the few rappers who try to talk about stuff to make you think, to make you be more conscious. And Geraldo Rivera still went in on him and talking about he's promoting hate for cops. Geraldo, maybe cops are promoting hate for cops. Every time a cop beats someone's ass for no reason and is caught on film, that is what is adding fuel to the anti-cop mentality. It's not Kendrick Lamar. Geraldo Rivera is about 80 years old. I know he's in his 70s. He's been around long enough, back in the day when he used to do real journalism, to look at stories of actual police brutality, things of that nature. I know Geraldo knows that there was police brutality, civil unrest. The Watts riots happened in the 60s, right? That was before hip-hop. So, come on, Geraldo. Hip-hop didn't start making cops look bad, and neither did Kendrick Lamar. No, Cops make cops look bad, and not all cops. So if you want to blame anything for making cops look like the bad guys, you got to start with cops. Same thing will happen. You go to a restaurant. Say you go to Outback. I don't know. Go to Outback. And the Outback you go to, there's a lady there, and you notice that she don't wash her damn hands. She don't wash her hands. And you're like, I saw that. She came out the bathroom. Now look at her picking up people's food. This is disgusting. I'll never go to Outback again. Now, you would tell all your friends, don't go to Outback. Nasty lady worked there. Nasty lady came out the bathroom, didn't wash her hands, went right back there and started touching food. I saw her do it. All your friends would stop going, too. They'd be like, oh, which one, girl? Be like, that one up there by blah, 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 blah. I ain't going up there no more. That would be all we needed to know about that Outback. Potentially 50 people could be influenced not to go to the Outback just by the actions of one Outback worker who didn't have who did not wash their hands, who didn't have proper home training. Now, let's say this happens. Maybe it's more seriously than somebody not washing their hands. Let's say you go to the Outback and someone robs the Outback while you're in the Outback. More than just robs it. Someone gets shot in the Outback. Right between you cutting into your sirloin steak or cutting into your porterhouse, someone gets shot. And the blood splatters all over the place. Now you got blood on your raging onion or whatever. There's actual blood. That ain't ketchup. That ain't no onion juice. That is blood juice on my onion. Now you're gonna tell everybody, and everybody pulls out cameras and they film it. It goes on the news. They put it on the news. They put it on YouTube. Now, here goes my question. If you own that Outback, would it be time to sell that Outback? I think it would be. And see, that's what's happening with police brutality. We're having people getting their heads blown off in the middle of the fucking store, of the restaurant. That's what's happening. And now people like Gerardo Rivera are blaming us, the people who witnessed it, or the people that heard about it, for talking about it. He don't want to blame the shooter. He don't want to blame the establishment. Let's say it was a worker who shot, because that makes more sense, right? It was a worker who shot a patron. Hey, that's even worse. A worker shot the patron. It wasn't even a person robbing it. It was an inside job. A worker shoots a patron in the head at Outback and gets all over your blooming onion. That's even worse. Would Gerardo then be blaming us for not going back? No. Gerardo be like, hey, I ain't going to go there either. In fact, you probably wouldn't go to Outback ever again. They'd have to change the name to Inback or something, right? Because the stigma would be so heavy. And that's what's happening with police. Man, and I want people to know. I want people to know. Because I hear this a lot, because I do a lot of police brutality videos. I do not believe police brutality is on the rise. I just believe that smartphones are on the rise. You get it? Smartphones are on the rise. I don't think it's any worse or any less. In fact, I think it's probably less police brutality than there's ever been in the United States. Now, that's a scary thought, right? Ooh, that's scary, man, because think about it. It only makes sense. I mean, crime is down in almost every arena. Murders, robberies, larceny, everything, rapes, everything is down. Crime is down across the board, all right? Check the statistics. They're down. So why wouldn't police brutality be down? I believe it's down as well. I'm assuming that. But remember, now we got film. So if this is down, just imagine what up was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Less accountability, less oversight, less videos, less access to video to film people in the act. Remember, Walter Scott got shot in the back 8 times. That officer tried to plant evidence. He'd have got away with that if it wasn't for that video. How many times does that happen? And I know it's going to be people that watch Fox News. Hate to say it. And don't get me wrong. I think MSNBC is full of shit. I think CNN is full of shit too. I think they're all full of it. I need to stop just saying Fox, because you're right. You got a point. MSNBC, I don't trust them either. Some of the things they've been saying about these churches, for instance, before I let you go. These churches, these 6 churches, or 7 churches or whatever. Look, guys, 3 of them are being investigated for arson. 3 out of 7. All right? The last one, we know a tree fell on something. Now, unless it was a Klan member swinging on the tree fell because of the storm, okay? I'm not saying at all that it's not possible. It is possible these are hate crimes. It's also possible they are not, okay? I think we need to stop just being like, well, come on, man, a black person, if it was black, I mean, in some cases I'll ride with that, But we can't just say that all the time because I don't know. What I'm saying is, if I was a news broadcast company, right? More than Tim Black, who's just a guy on YouTube who gives his opinion. I give total opinion. I give the facts that I can get based on the information that I've been able to uncover, right? Because I don't have a staff. I don't have people. I can't go to these places. I wish I could go. Then I could tell you myself what I saw. I could tell you the truth based on what I could get, right? Unfortunately, I have to rely on media. And I don't trust them all the time. And I look at a story, and there'll be like 5 different ways to tell that story. Now, you could tell that story about the churches, the black churches in the South. You could tell it in a way that makes black people very upset without having fully all the information to know if what they're getting upset about is a real thing. Like, we don't know what started those fires. I would assume that at least one of them was arson. I would assume, because 2, 3 are suspected, right? But I don't know. And a lot of liberal media, CNN, MSNBC, been running it that way. And I just don't know if we have any evidence to that effect. So when I say Fox News is some shit, right? I mean that, because Bill O'Reilly and the crew, I don't agree with their stuff. But I also don't agree with everything CNN says. Come on, man. Don Lemon, come on. Come on, Don. Don Lemon, come on, man. Come on. He works for CNN. Need I say more? And then we got MSNBC, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Reverend Al, come on, guys. Come on now. Come on. And if you're a young person who's under the age of 18, you may not know what I'm talking about. But let me just tell you something. News is very tricky business. Anytime news is done for profit, it's tricky. Take it from a guy who's just doing YouTube. It's tricky when you do news for profit. I'm starting to back away a little bit from news only because I see ethics coming into play. But see, luckily, there's other things I know how to do where I don't have any dilemmas. I don't feel any type of way. I mean, if I make you laugh, I make you laugh. I talk about something that happened, hey, it's not that serious an issue. You know, but when we start talking about stuff that gets people riled up to the point where they might want to go do something or somebody might get hurt type of thing. We're talking about your rights as a human being. We start talking about those types of things, about how you feel about the next person, your neighbor, if you will help them or not help them, if you want to open your heart to them or not open your heart to them, or how you want to raise your kids. I mean, these things are important. And I don't want to become a person that would ever sell that out over money. I vow not to do that, right? I had a corporate job, guys. I quit that job. I'm doing this. If I wanted to sell out, and look, guys, and I mean this, man. I work with some cool people who took care of their families and stuff. It was a sellout to me because I could do other things that I was gifted at. You feel me? But I'm not knocking them for what they did. All I'm telling you, man, is the media is a game. It's a shambles. All right? It's a game. It's playing with people's lives. It's playing with your emotions in order to get viewership. You think YouTube people do it? Oh my God! Think about what MSNBC does. Think about what CNN does. Think about what BBC does. Think about what Vice News does. Think about what all of them do. Yes, all of them to a certain degree have to pick an angle to go at. When you look at one angle, there's always another angle to look at. Okay, there's always going to be another angle. Look. If you got into a fight with somebody tomorrow, I could talk about it from your vantage point or their vantage point, right? There are going to be some things that are just facts, but the rest of how you felt about it, who was right, if a person had a right to hit the other person, who got the best out of the fight, who got the worst end of the fight, or all that stuff, that's going to be subjective. That's going to be based on whose eyes you look through. And I'm just saying, somebody's choosing for you. And then we tend to watch the show that looks through the lens we want to see through more often. And that's the problem I have with the media. All right. All right, look, guys, thank you so much for riding with a brother. I'm Tim Black. Do me a favor, subscribe to my Angry Black Man channel. Look, because this whole issue I had with that channel, whose show I went on, that hit me with a copyright strike for using the video footage of the show I was in, that had my likeness in it, for using, it's crazy. It scared me, made me think, you know what, I need to have more than one active channel with more stuff on it. I don't have a backup plan. This is my plan. When I say this, I mean, I want my own network one day. Which also, let me say, but I hope people didn't leave yet. I'm willing to work with other people, particularly people who are not on YouTube, people who have businesses or things they're doing. I don't want to compete against you. I think part of the problem is when YouTube people work with each other, they're actually competing against one another. We work in close proximity to one another. If you're not in the news business, if you do something totally not related, maybe we can work together. If you do artwork, if you do music, whatever you do, this outside of reporting on stories or doing what I'm doing, right? You're in a different lane. We should work together. I'm looking forward to win-win situations. Situations not only where I win, but where you win. In fact, I'll win a little bit less than you just to make you happy, because I intend to do this with multiple people in order to grow what I'm doing here. But I learned, man, in a very scary way that YouTube is very volatile, man. And any day, something bad can happen to my channel and everything will be gone, everything I worked for the last 2 years. So I need you guys to subscribe to the Angry Black Man channel here, over here. I need you to subscribe to my other channel, Tim the Bartender, over here, okay? 2 channels I need you to subscribe to, and please do that. Once again, this broadcast is brought to you by The Truth Hurts But It Beats Alive, my book on Kindle, available on Amazon, and also brought to you by me, your man, Tim Black. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. Next week's going to be another show, and like I said, every week, every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, I hope I made some sense, man. I hope I made some sense to some of you guys tonight. Whew. Yeah. Cheers. Oh, and if you fell off the wagon, I don't care if it's smoking, I don't care if it's liquor, I don't care what it is. If it's watching reruns of Sex in the City, I don't care what it is. You need to get back on the wagon. I don't care if it's playing too many video games. Get back on the wagon. Get off the drugs. Get off the vices, and get back in the seat. Get back in the saddle. If I can do it, you can do it. Peace.